What is popping? We're gonna hope that the mic holds this time, and this is my 4th time recording even this video or attempting to. Oh, come on, please work. Oh, I'm pissed off. Great way to start a video. So yeah, we're facing Doge, our typical prep partner. Yeah, so had to get some other mocks in with other people this time around. I had a hand in building his team. Zama was not my idea. It was cool, and I had it in the Ubers League because I had both crowned and hero form. But for 20 points in like a regular league, yeesh, I would not take that. But the rest of the team is quite scary. Tera, Tera, Glamora, and Prep actually fucked me up. Mammo Swine's always scary. And, yeah, Jolteon can be a threat as well. He knows me pretty well. He's probably going to bring like a Tera Steel or Tera Poison Latias. Of course, Glamora is a huge threat too. I'll start off. That's why we have Roselli Berry Flygon. The Roselli Berry is awesome here because it's also helps with Alluring Voice, Jolteon, as well as not only as well as Sylveon, but as well as Dazzling Gleam Glamora. We also have enough speed for Glamora. Try to talk more about my EVs because I know they're all very in depth all the time. But I don't really remember what everything's for. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna remember what the Ambipom bulk is for. You know, it's just left over. But it obviously is eccentric, being 8 HP, 36 defense. But I don't remember exactly what it's for. Flygon should be what we need for Glamora. Because I didn't really super want it, but like Glamora was being such a huge problem that I needed to bring it. Heatran is going to erupt all over everything with its Scarf. Secondary fire move in case we get low, because Heatran can come in hard on a lot of Pokemon. Flash Cannon's good not only for Sylveon, but for Glamora as well as Earth Power for a whole bunch of stuff. Pecharunt will hardwall Zama. It also deals with not only Staraptor, but actually Incineroar. Incineroar, like after knock, like can't really do anything to us. I had like a Protect variant also that like really beat. I think it actually like beat like, I don't remember exactly which Mammo Swine, but like with Protect, there was a Mammo Swine variant that could not even 2-hit KO after protecting lefties. But we're going with this one because I don't remember exactly what, but it's we'll be fine. Like, we have a whole bunch of variants of both Staraptor and Mammo Swine that even this much bulk is good enough for, which is a testament to how cool Pecharunt is. It's defensive mon. We've got another Trailblaze Swords Dance Virizion here, this time a Tera Ghost and a Lumberry. Should have more opportunities here. I remember this time, because I was thinking about it and recording one of the other attempts here, that the bulk is for some amount of stored power on Latias. There was just a whole bunch of different... I wanted to bring a Goth set that was designed to set up all over Latias. But it was just too specific. I couldn't get like exactly what Tera type I wanted, and like I would have had to bring like Audino for like a separate tech into it and stuff, and it was just not working out. So in general, we've got the Virizion here. Helps with a couple other things that were going to be difficult if I brought Goth instead. In particular, off the top of my head, Mammo Swine, I think, maybe Raptor. Just like he just has such raw damage output that it was going to be tough to do it with Goth, except for in like just like one very niche scenario. So yeah, we got Encore on Primarina, particularly for setup Latias. Flip turn gets out of there after the Encore. Random Toxic for for Latias or for Mamo or for Incineroar, which it's very helpful against. And for also the main thing I was gonna say is for Jellicent, because Jellicent's not the easiest one for us to deal with. And lastly, we have a Silk Scarf, Ambipom, and that has notably not only has Tail Slap and particularly Triple Axle, I believe Oko's Latias, I think just Max HP Latias, with or before Tera, so that can help if he decides to use Glamora for Tera. Thunder Wave though is if we're in front of Latias, we can click that no matter what he Teras, unless he's like Tera Ground or Electric, which I find unlikely. And if he is, then we can still hit him with either Triple X or Tail Slap. Fake Out is also super good for Latias, for Jolteon mainly. I think it 2-hit KOs Jolteon, which is a huge threat, and that's a big reason why Ambipom is here. And yeah, that's going to be the squad. We'll go ahead and get into it. We are going to see no Staraptor. What else did we leave? Staraptor. You have Jellicent. Yeah, you have Jellicent. Obviously, Pharaoh Seed is a fake mon, and I know I like made this variant of the team, but it's just because we were getting out of the wire, and like Pharaoh Seed, I don't know, man. It might be interesting to see it come, but because it's not actually terrible, I don't think, but you'd really rather have Rocky Helmet. There's my kitten ringing his bell. I just got there. He is. He knows who he is. Oh, he's being really sweet right now, but he's been biting me constantly. So yeah, he's like a Sour Patch Kid. It's lame. Go ahead, get into the battle. Oh, and he left Zamazenta wisely, because that mon can't do anything to Pecharunt. I think in the BBL, the league that Pokeyane is in right now, there was a... No, not that. It was whatever league Claymore is in, and they had Zamazenta, and they were like, we've got Zamazenta, a great Pokemon. Wow, how could it be allowed? And it's like, because, they're just, very up about everything, and I'm just like, man, it's not that good. It's really not. It's so bad. But anyway, yeah, he wisely leaves behind. Doge does. I forgot to rewatch this in anticipation, so I could tell you exactly what was going on. But whatever, we just get into it. I'm sick of restarting, especially for a reason like that. So okay, I'll lead off with Flygon here. So I'm trying to catch Glamora, and he wisely counter leads me with his Sylve, but I have a whole bunch of just stuff I can do. I don't want to sit around and do nothing. Maybe he thinks I'm gonna Rocks or something, so we're just gonna go into Heatran. He literally can't do anything to Heatran. Even this is not going to be enough chip to really affect my eruption damage. And he protects, so he's gonna be a Wish Protect set. He probably doesn't know I'm choiced yet, but at any rate, we have this knowledge and we can just double. Interestingly enough, on that Earth Power, he goes into Incineroar, maybe thinking that I was going to try to, I don't know, Fire Move on what? Latias? That doesn't make any sense to go Incineroar here. In retrospect, I really don't know what he was doing, because maybe I'm not choice locked, sure, but I don't know why I would Fire Move. Maybe Magma Storm, or Maybe, you know, I guess, but like I still think Latias. Maybe he just didn't want to take damage on Latias. That's what I'm gonna say. I think I'm gonna say he didn't want to take damage on Latias. And Gomorrah was too risky. You know, he called that I wasn't gonna EP again. So yeah, but anyway, Primarina on either Latias or Incineroar coming out is good, and that is what we get. He's gonna Parting Shot as we go for a Scald. Yeah, Scald is annoying, actually. It's been since my second game, or my week 3 game, that I'm recording this, and I was really noticing that like Scald plus Toxic could really screw me over if I'm not careful. But you know, Scald is also just one of the best moves of all time, obviously. So you gotta really commit to it if you're gonna run Surf over it or anything like that. I think I saw that AIM was running the week I'm recording this, a Sparkling Arion Prim. I don't know if they took Surf away from it in Gen 9 or anything like that, but I don't understand why you would ever run Sparkling Aria. One of the dumbest moves in the game. Like, I mean, like, obviously, right? Am I missing something? I understand that, like, it's like an anti-Guts tech, but I don't think his opponent had Guts at the time. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot, but, like, Sparkling Aria seems shitty. Anyway. We do not snag the burn, luckily, so we could Toxic. He's just going to wish up low-risk plays at this point. Here comes Heatran. He actually gets a Heal Bell off. So, yeah. He is going to be Heal Bell. He knows me well. Then I'm going to try and overwhelm him with status. And considering that I have a Zapdos, a Pecharunt, and a Heatran, in addition to my tendency to bring random Toxics everywhere, that is going to be wise. But here's Heatran. He's going to Protect. And this time it's Flash Cannon, okay? But we just, you know, make another safe double. Latias, he was comfortable this time making, you know, I guess maybe he didn't know I was choice that time, but like maybe you could like intuit that I'm choiced from the fact that like I did double the last time. But at any rate, I mean, it's not that risky, right? Like, it's a bulky ass Latias. It's not really going to take that much damage from a Flash Cannon. Anyway, if we get back into Prim, we can do this all day. And I could have made that Predict. In fact, I should have made that Predict. I made, because it is Tera preview, I know he's Tera Steel, so I can't just Toxic. But honestly, just Toxicking and then like Encoring afterwards might have been a decent play. Or, you know, just predicting the Encore, or predicting the Calm Mind there is, you know, I would have liked the tech to come into play as well. But we're going to bring out Virizion, and we are slower, but we don't really fear this thing. Because we are going to Tera Ghost up here. And, yeah, be able to set up pretty handily. We do Trailblaze, Sylveon. I don't know if it's Fizz Def or not, but at any rate, it's not going to be super threatened by us. Going to this, Healing Voices to prevent SD or anything like that. Yeah, Pecharunt can sit on this all day. It's revealed all 4 moves. It doesn't have a Psychic move. I think, yeah, I looked and I believe it gets Psychic, but like I'm not scared of it. Or I wasn't scared of it. Maybe I was scared of it, actually. I kind of should be, right? This thing's kind of powerful. But at any rate, it doesn't have it, so I don't care. Protects, and this doesn't matter because I can Parting Shot again. It really doesn't matter. Like he just does that to like, you know, try and catch me with you know, a Malignant Chain on something else coming in on the Parting Shot, but it doesn't matter because I can just Parting Shot no matter what. It's one of the freest moves ever. Here we go. Gonna bring you out and throw off that T-Wave. Valuably, it will hit the Glamora. He wasn't gonna go hard Jolteon, and he wasn't gonna go hard Mamoswine on I mean, he was already Tera Steel, right? So I don't know what he thought I was gonna do. Maybe have like a fighting move or something. But at any rate, it was totally worth. Even on like an Aura Sphere, I think I looked at this point. I'm pretty sure, based on damage, that he's max HP and max speed, something like that. Makes sense, obviously, because I have a Virizion, and he's Calm Mind, so I don't think he has enough Spatak investment to Oko Ambipom with Aura Sphere or anything like that. So that was totally worth it. And we outsped anyway. It would have been a worthy sacrifice if somehow he did. Maybe like crit me or something. At any rate, we're going to go hard. Flygon. Super easy. Defog. Very nice. Go on, in case of a dragon move, we're going to just go into you. He does Psychic. Okay. And I do Scald because I figured that, like, I mean, at this point, a burn is also nice onto this because the lefties are annoying. And also figuring that, like, what exactly was I thinking? Maybe something else could come in, but I didn't really want to get necessarily a burn on anything that would, like, come in on Toxic or anything. I don't really know what I was thinking Scalding there. Because he could just, like, set up, right? Maybe I was, like, trying to scout to, like, Encore again. But it's not a great play because I've taken a lot of chip now, and Mamoswine can now... it's not gonna Oko me, I don't think, from this range, even with a Bandit EQ. But now I can't switch into it, so that's not really the play. I don't know if I could have switched into it even with minimal chip, but that was unnecessary to stay in and Scald one time. Yeah, I could always flip turn. But, and then now we're going to Tran, and then this time he's going to realize that he can Calm Mind up on my Scald. And it's not ideal right now, not great. Because I could have, I mean, that would have been tough to predict, I think, that he was going to decide to, like, CM. But, like, you really should have done it before, right? I don't know. I mean, chip on this is nice, I guess, but, like, we do go Tran. But it's not good because he is going to live everything from us. And at this point, I'm like, oh, shoot. Yeah, let's go for Aura Sphere, and that works out. So we're back to making decent, good plays here. He's set up, so we don't want to frick around. We just a Sacred Sword. Not a threat. We can always, go into something on this if we want. He goes hard Jolteon, or rather he doubles into Jolteon, thinking that I was going to bring out... Not sure. It's not like I was going to go Prem or anything, so... So, on... Maybe on Pecharon, I guess? I don't know. I mean, we probably should have gone Mamoswine at that point, right? I'm not exactly sure why Hard Jolteon comes out on this, exactly what he was trying to catch me doing. Because it's not likely that, like, Prim would come out, right? Maybe thought Ambipom would come out? Probably not, right? It just takes unnecessary damage. But honestly, Jolteon versus, I mean, maybe he called this, but that's not likely. I don't think. I just don't know why. But, like, at any rate, he does get a big chunk of damage. And here's Glim. But I just parting shot, dude. Nice slow parting shot. Here's Flygon. Simple U-turn out. Virizion. Every time Sylva's come out, so we are gonna take that initiative and SD. We go ahead and outspeed, go ahead and get our chunk of damage. Alerting Voice is too slow. I also knew it was coming out. and didn't want to trailblaze on it. I guarantee, I do remember distinctly knowing that it was coming out. So, I mean, it's not that tough, right? Here's this. Makes me think that Clear Amulet could have been a cool idea. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have done that. At any rate, the calc is telling me that I have like a tiny chance to kill the typical max HP 96 defense spread, even at +1. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to take that. I don't think he's going to be like Fizz Def, right? Considering that I have like the Heatran, you know, there's a Prim, a Pecha, you know, I don't think this is going to have any Fizz Def. It can also that it has Intimidate, and indeed, staying in and attacking proves fruitful. And we can SD up again on this. Eat Rocks, which is just why. Because I can take any hit from this. And if he wants to poison me, it's also over because I have my Lumberry. Just in case of a random Scarf for Trailblaze up again. And that's going to be GG. At this point, we're wrecking the team. We still have all 6 Pokemon. And once again, let's test our theory. Indeed. That's pretty cool. Virizion picks up all 6 kills, and he picks up 0 kills. That's awesome. Let's go. Really cool Pokemon. I had Virizion once with Tera. But that was before it got Tera Blast. It was when Iron Leaves had just come out, and I'm like, oh yeah, it gets Tera Blast. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, it's gonna get Tera Blast soon. It'll be released soon. No, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna give it Tera Blast in the league, even if it does end up getting it while we're playing, because it changed the rules. Whoops. It was still actually, despite that, a pretty cool Tera Captain. But with Tera Blast, like, yeah, now this thing is legit. Now this thing is legit. It's so versatile. It's so bulky, so fast, with synthesis, and it, as you just saw, this SD Trailblaze set is nasty. So that was really cool. GG Doge. Like, I mean, I think he only like really messed up when he had the threat in his face. Like I said, there was like plays, you know, like there was like stuff that like he was, it was out. I was being outplayed. So let's hope that the mic held up this time. And goodbye.